Alright, y'all, today we're going to be solving equations. These equations that we're going to be solving are going to have one variable in them, and we're going to be solving for that variable. So let's get started. In this first example, we have negative 5 over 8x equal to 20. So the goal here is to get x all by itself. We don't want anything attached to it. We don't want anything on the same side of the equation as x. We want x all by itself. So with this negative 5 over 8, since we're currently dividing that 8, we're going to go ahead and multiply it. We are undoing division, so we are going to multiply the 8 to both sides. So when we do that, I'm just going to put this so I know I am multiplying both sides by this 8. So then when we multiply this left side by 8, that's going to get rid of our denominator, so we're only left with the negative 5 and the x equal to, and then 20 times 8 is 160. So we've multiplied both sides by 8 to get rid of our denominator. Now we need to get rid of this negative 5. Since we're currently multiplying by negative 5, to undo that, we're going to divide by negative 5 from both sides. And we get x is equal to negative 32. Now that x is all by itself, there's nothing more that we need to do, so we are done with this problem. Now you'll notice on the right-hand side here I have these problems that say, you try. I'm not going to go through and work all of these problems, but I will put the answers in the description box of this video if you'd like to see if you can get that right. Here's another one. 1 over 4 times x, 1/4 x equal to 5. Again, we want to get rid of that denominator first. So to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. So that now we have 1x equal to, and 5 times 4 is 20. But since we have this 1 in front, that's saying I have one of these variables, so I don't need to write that anymore. I can just leave it as x is equal to 20, and we're done with that. Again, I have a problem off to the right that you can try on your own if you'd like. Okay, now this one looks a little bit more complicated. So just like in the previous section, we talked about distributing numbers and multiplying them to everything inside the parentheses, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. So first we've got 5 times x and 5 times 3. Then we've got 2 times 1 and 2 times negative x. And all of this is equal to 14. Right now we're just going to leave the 14 alone because there's nothing that we need to move around yet. So when we distribute the 5, we get 5x plus, and 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times x is just 5x. And then when we distribute the 2, 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 times negative x is negative 2x. And all of that is still equal to 14. We have some like terms that we can combine here. I see a 5x here and a negative 2x here. I see a 15 and a 2. All of those we can combine. So we're going to combine like terms before we start moving things around. So 5x minus 2x leaves us with 3x. 15 plus 2 is 17. And that's still equal to 14. We still haven't even touched that 14 yet. When we are solving for x, we're kind of doing a reverse PEMDAS, right? Remember PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. When we're solving for x, we're going to do that backwards here. So we're going to start with addition and subtraction. Anything that we are currently adding or subtracting, that's what we're going to move to the other side first. So I see this plus 17. I'm going to move that over first. That way I can get the term that has x all by itself. Then I'll worry about the 3. So now I'm going to go ahead and subtract 17 from both sides. So now we have 3x on the left, because the 17 minus 17 gives us 0, equal to, and 14 minus 17 is negative 3. Since we have the term with x in it by itself, now we can divide by 3. So then we have x, see on the left side, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so those are gone. X equals, and negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. There's our final answer.